Hello everyone. So in the previous video we have discussed about autotrophic mode of nutrition wherein I told you that the green plants they can prepare their own food and then they utilize that food to carry out their various functions. Now the topic which I am going to start with in this video is other modes of nutrition in plants. Now, you know what? There we saw that autotrophic mode of nutrition was capable for the green plants because in that case they were containing chlorophyll. But what about those plants who do not have chlorophyll in them? How do these plants obtain their food? So, that we are going to study under the heading of heterotrophic mode of nutrition. So the very first example of heterotrophic mode of nutrition is parasitic mode of nutrition. Now you know what? Have you heard about a parasite? What is a parasite? Basically, a parasite is an organism which feeds on the body of another organism and takes its nutrition from that organism. Similarly, if you talk about plants also, in plants also there is a parasitic mode of nutrition where one plant which is a parasite grows on the body of other plant which is the host. So this parasite is going to derive their nutrition from the host plant. So what you'll say is the plant on which the parasite climbs and derives the nutrition is known as host. Right now, apart from that, if we have to discuss that what a parasite is and what could be an example of a parasite, so in case of plants, cuscuta is a very good example of parasite. Commonly, this cuscuta is also known as a marble. So this plant grows on the body of other plant, on the branches of other plant, and whatever food is made by that plant, that food and the nutrients is taken up by this parasite also, by this marble also. If I give you an example of other parasite, other organism parasite, so have you heard about mosquitoes? We know that mosquitoes, they bite us and they feed on our blood. You know why? Because mosquitoes are parasites and they suck the blood from our body. So we are providing nutrition to those mosquitoes. So we are the host and that mosquito is a parasite. Similarly, over here, Cuscuta is the parasite and the tree on which Cuscuta grows, from which this Cuscuta obtain its nutrition, that is the host. ठीक है, तो ये पहला हो गया heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Now the second heterotrophic mode of nutrition is about insectivorous plants. Now as the name suggests, what are insectivorous plants? The insect eating plants are called as insectivorous plants. और इसका एक बहुत simple example है, बहुत common example है, that is a pitcher plant. Now see, we'll discuss that how does a pitcher plant obtain its nutrition from the insects, right? So for that, let's just come to the diagram given over here. First of all, it's very important for us to understand what the structure of pitcher plant is. Now see, in case of a pitcher plant, the leaf of a plant, it is modified to form a jug-like structure and the lid, ये जो उसका top का portion है, this lid forms closes when the insect enters the pitcher plant. तो ये एक jug के ऊपर जैसे covering होती है ना, similarly ये pitcher plant की body के ऊपर जो lid है, that is acting as a covering. Now what happens is whenever an insect lands onto the pitcher, that insect gets entangled. ये जो jug like structure दिख रहा है, इस जग लाइक स्ट्रक्चर के अंदर बहुत सारे हेयर लाइक स्ट्रक्चर्स होते हैं, हेयर पार्टिकल्स होते हैं. सो वेन एवर एन इंसेक्ट लैंड्स इनटू दिस pitcher, that insect gets entangled in the inside the hair like structures of this pitcher and the lid closes. अब देखो lid भी close हो गया और insect भी फंस गया है इस जग के अंदर. So slowly and steadily the digestive juices which are present in this plant, they are going to act on that insect and the insect will get completely digested. So like this, the pitcher plant obtained its nutrition. There are some other examples also of insectivorous plants, such you can say Venus flytrap, that is also an example. Sundew, that is also an example. So far we discussed about two modes of heterotrophic nutrition. First was about parasitic mode of nutrition, and the second one is about insectivorous plants. Now the third case is about saprotrophs. Now what are saprotrophs? You might have seen your parents getting mushrooms from market. What mushrooms are? They are having a structure like umbrella on the top, so they are fluffy umbrella like patches growing in moist soils on rotting wood, which are grown in rainy seasons. So basically what these mushrooms are lying in the category of saprotrophs. Another common example of saprotroph is bread mold or fungus. क्या करते हो, अगर मार्केट से ब्रेड लेकर आए और उसको अच्छे से स्टोर नहीं किया हमने, तो कुछ दिन बाद क्या देखोगे कि उस ब्रेड के ऊपर कुछ ब्लैक कलर्ड पैचेस आ जाती हैं. वी विल सी सम पैचेस ऑन द टॉप ऑफ दैट ब्रेड. So that those patches actually are the growth of the fungus. They are the growing fungi on the surface of that bread. ठीक है, तो अब fungi भी क्या है? They are also plants, but they are saprotrophic plants. तो अब इनके बारे में बात करते हैं कि how are these saprotrophic plants going to obtain their nutrition? So basically, what we'll say is saprotrophic plants, they are having that mode of nutrition in which the organisms take in nutrients from dead and decaying matter. तो जो saprotrophic mode of nutrition है, इसमें organisms क्या करेंगे? वो dead and decaying matter को they'll obtain that, they'll eat away that, and as a result of that they will obtain their nutrition. ठीक है, तो saprotrophs क्या होते हैं? So the organisms which have saprotrophic mode of nutrition, such organisms are known as saprotrophs. तो यहाँ पे ये चीज़ हमें बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट समझनी है. अगर saprotrophs बोला है तो you will say the organisms which depend on dead and decaying matter. अगर saprotrophic mode of nutrition बोला है तो you are going to say that mode of nutrition in which the saprotrophs depend on dead and decaying matter. ठीक है, after this we'll move on to the next thing, and that is about that even if you talk about the saprotrophs, that is the other mode of nutrition. अब जो चौथा mode of nutrition मैं समझाने वाली हूँ वो है symbiosis, and it is a very interesting mode of nutrition because you know what, even if you talk about our society, we believe in giving and taking. मतलब हम किस चीज़ के रिस्पेक्ट में सोचते हैं कि ऐसा काम करो जिससे दोनों लोग जो उस काम को कर रहे हैं, both of them are benefited. So similarly in symbiosis we discuss about two different organisms which live together and they share both shelter and nutrients with each other. तो अगर कोई बोलेगा how will you define symbiosis, so you are going to say the mode of nutrition in which two organisms are living together with each other in such a way they are mutually benefiting each other, means they are sharing shelter also and nutrients also. That is known as symbiosis. Now there's a very good example given. They are talking that in organisms called lichens, a chlorophyll containing partner which is an alga and a fungus lives together. The fungus provides shelter, water and minerals to the alga, and in return the alga prepares and provides the food to the fungus. तो ये कितना अच्छा एग्जाम्पल है कि एक alga और fungus आपस में symbiotic relationship फॉलो करते हैं, जहाँ पे fungus का काम क्या है, वो alga को shelter देता है और उसको water प्रोवाइड करता है, minerals प्रोवाइड करता है, और बदले में alga ने क्या किया, alga is providing food to that fungus because we know that algae, they are green colored, they contain chlorophyll, so they can prepare their own food. So these were the four heterotrophic modes of nutrition. इसके बाद now the next thing and the last segment of lesson 1 is how the nutrients are replenished in the soil. Replenished का मतलब है कि जो nutrients plants ने use कर लिया है grow करने के लिए. Now since plants have consumed those nutrients, so how are these nutrients returned back to the plants? So we have to discuss about that. Now you know what, in order to replenish the soil or enrich the soil, the farmers, they take some special precautions, they take some special steps. Steps could be whether they add something externally to the soil so as to enhance the fertility of a soil. For example, if I talk about manure, manure क्या होता है? Manures are the organic substances which are added to the soil in order to enhance the fertility of the soil. तो हम artificially ये organic substances को soil में मिलाते हैं ताकि जो सॉइल ने लूज़ किए हैं अपने न्यूट्रिएंट्स प्लांट्स को ग्रो करवाने के लिए वो न्यूट्रिएंट्स वापस आ जाएं. तो ये तो मैन्योर्स होते हैं जो ऑर्गेनिक सब्सटेंसेस. सिमिलरली फर्टिलाइजर्स वो भी हम ऐड करते हैं. नाउ व्हाट आर फर्टिलाइजर्स? Fertilizers are the chemical substances which are added by the farmers, and they contain certain nutrients such as nitrogen, potassium, phosphorus, and they are added to the soil to enrich the soil. Once the soil regains all the nutrients, now it is again suitable, it is good for growing the crops once again. Now what else we have to keep in mind is, देखो बेटा यहाँ तो हमने artificially चीज़ें add करी हैं in order to enhance the fertility of soil. But you know what, in nature there are certain organisms which are working in order to enhance the nutrients. A very good example is that of a rhizobium bacteria. Now this rhizobium bacteria, it lives in the roots of various leguminous plants like gram, peas, moong, beans, etc. Now how does this rhizobium works? This rhizobium, it converts the atmospheric nitrogen into a simpler usable form, and that nitrogen is then absorbed in the soil and this is taken up by the plants also from the soil. तो देखा ना, क्योंकि plants के लिए एटमॉस्फेरिक का गैशियस नाइट्रोजन अब्जॉर्व करना इजी नहीं था, तो इस राइजोबियम ने क्या किया, इसने उस एटमॉस्फेरिक नाइट्रोजन को एक सिंपल फॉर्म में कन्वर्ट कर दिया ताकि सॉइल भी रिप्लेनिश हो जाए और प्लांट्स भी यूज़ कर ले. एंड इन रिटर्न व्हाट हैपन्स दैट the plant on which it grows, that plant gives shelter to this rhizobium. So like this rhizobium is living in a symbiotic relationship with the plant. So this association is of great significance for the farmers. They can reduce the use of nitrogenous fertilizers where leguminous plants are grown. तो ये फार्मर्स के लिए बहुत फ़ायदेमंद होता है क्योंकि जहाँ पे भी उन्होंने लेग्यूमिनस प्लांट्स ग्रो करे हैं, सो दे नो दैट दिस प्लांट विल कंटेन द बैक्टीरिया, तो वो नेचुरली सॉइल को रिप्लेनिश कर देगा. तो उनको बाहर से लाकर ख़रीद कर फर्टिलाइजर्स ऐड करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. सो दिस इज़ ऑल व्हाट वाज मेंशन इन दिस चैप्टर वेयर वी डिस्कस्ड अबाउट ऑटोट्रॉफिक मोड ऑफ न्यूट्रिशन इन द प्रीवियस वीडियो, and in this video we discussed about the various types of heterotrophic modes of nutrition, and we discussed that how is the soil replenished, right? So thank you for watching the video. Thanks a lot.